I landed on Audrey, the plant from Little Shop
Oh,
of Horrors.
oh, Audrey too. Oh man, I love that movie. That's my favorite musical.
So yes, Audrey too.
Ooh, okay. So very intriguing here. So we've got the Headless Horseman.
Okay.
This is from the classic Washington Irving tale of the Legend of Sleepy Hollow. Now, there's, there's the Disney version of the Headless Horseman, there's the one from the classic book, but more importantly, there's Tim Burton's Christopher Walken Headless Horseman. Um, Now, if that's not funny enough to go against Audrey 2, I am more than happy to re-roll that.
Oh no, I just recently watched that, so I think it's
Oh,
great.
okay. All right.
So yes, Audrey too, the plant that eats people from Little Shop of Horrors
Hmm.
versus Headless Horseman (parentheses Christopher Walken) is how I'm gonna phrase that.
The sharp-toothed Christopher Walken from Tim Burton's The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, which is a very underrated movie, by the way.
Very dark.
Hmm.
Um,
It's a
so
horror
yeah,
movie.
so to me, the easiest way for them to meet is in that movie, the Headless Horseman, when he is called upon, actually rides out of what I'm guessing hell, which is in a tree stump that
Hmm.
is also filled with all the heads of people he has chopped off.
Hmm.
So I almost don't see them being against each other. Like at first they could be, but then I feel like they work in a great partnership because the Headless Horseman goes after people and feeds them to Audrey too. And Audrey too just happened to be planted by his tree. And the more that he every time that he puts a head in there and the blood seeped into the soil, Audrey grew fuller and healthier. Now, the problem comes though, she gets so big and is so insistent on being fed that Christopher Walken is like, yo, plant, you gotta chill. Okay.
I like how the Headless Horseman now has the Christopher Walken voice. Like it's coming out echoey from like the neck hole. It's like, hey, plant, I can't
Listen,
keep getting you these heads.
I gotta take it easy. The townsfolk are getting a little and getting a little worrisome and they're following me back here. So we gotta and it just keeps going, feed me, feed me. And so then they have to fight. And then Audrey just finally, goes, screw it, and just tries to eat him, but he has no head, and
Hmm.
he just ducks and dives.
Right.
And it's just a all-out sword leaf fight to the death.
Yeah, because that Headless Horseman is very skilled in combat.
Yeah, you
Um,
can also stab him and he doesn't die.
yeah, he's got swords and he's got axes too. He's got quite a bit. Um,
So, like, no matter what Audrey does, though, it kind of deflects him because even if she bites him, he can still get out of there and still
right.
go.
Audrey too just has to be able to one gulp the Headless Horseman, and then maybe we got something going on. But now here's my question for you. Is this set during those Sleepy Hollow times, or is this set much later on?
I think it's funnier if it's much later on, and the
It is
fact that,
funny.
like, because he's so bumbly that, like, Seymour is like just out and he's like, oh, I have this beautiful plant. I'm going to plant it right here.
Hmm.
And as he does that, he doesn't realize that not only is he planting a murderous plant, he's also awakening the Headless Horseman.
Oh, oh, Audrey, I can't take care of you. I gotta leave you right here. Honestly, that'd be smarter if he, just walked away from the plant. But please tell me that Audrey 2 still has the same voice
Oh,
that
of course,
is presented.
100%. It can't be anything else.
Feed me. I need
'Cause-
blood.
No, but because he gets, he still so cares, he sometimes would still come back and like visit. And then
Mhm.
he stumbles upon this crazy fight and he's like, you know what? I think I finally had enough.
I think I can go back to Skid Row now.
Just gonna pack up and leave.
I yeah, I was originally thinking like Seymour like takes a trip to Sleepy Hollow, like on a little vacation with the plant. Like it's set sometime during during the events, and like takes the plant there, and he's like, "Oh, I'll just leave you here so you can get plenty of sunlight." Which, by the way, this is the second time we've mentioned Rick Moranis in this in this recording session. Which,
Because he's great.
yes, he's great, and I'm really sad about what happened to him recently. If you didn't
I
hear about that,
know.
who just goes
Oh,
up? For those of you who don't know, Rick Moranis is a national treasure who has not done any acting in a good like 30 years or something
yeah.
now.
He stepped away because he had to go take care of his kids because his at the time his wife had been sick and
Yeah,
he was like, I'm gonna go be family man.
yeah, and
And
it's not like he needed more movies either. Every
yeah,
movie he's in is a good movie. Like he's in Little Shop of Horrors, he's in Ghostbusters, he's in Honey I Shrunk the Kids, all three of those movies. He's in a whole bunch of stuff. Um and I think Honey We Shrunk Ourselves was his last movie. And then he hasn't done anything, and then they brought him back on a Disney Plus show just for an interview, and then he was in a commercial like a few months ago.
yeah,
And he was just walking around New York, and someone just came up and sucker punches Rick Moranis like in the back of the head, and now he's got like a messed up hip and like ribs and stuff. And it's like, who just goes and punches Rick Moranis?
I know. Oh, just awful, awful people.
Yeah, like does that make you feel tough? He's played a absolute loser in every movie that he's in.
And I think
Like
like it was also like rumored that he's supposed to actually be coming back because they're supposed to be doing it's just called Shrunk.
yeah, like a soft reboot of Honey I Shrunk the Kids or
Yeah,
something.
and it's supposed to be him and Josh Gad, and I'm like, I'm here for that.
Yeah, like I mean, I will welcome more Rick Moranis. Spaceballs.
They jammed the radar.
Boysenberry. Oh, I love Rick Moranis, and whoever punched him in the middle of New York for no reason, fuck you.
Yeah,
Like, does that really make you feel tough? Where you're just like, yeah, this will teach you for shrinking the kids. Like, it was 30 years ago.
like what is
What
your
do you want?
beef?
Yeah, what is your beef with Rick Moranis?
The dark helmet.
Yeah, but no, Headless Horseman and Audrey too. Feed me, horseman. I need blood. Oh, this ain't good enough. Now I'm gonna say I don't think this actually ends very well for the horseman.
Oh no, I think he would eventually just.
Eventually, he would succumb to the eating because I don't know how you kill. Well, actually, no, no. In the musical, he gets like electrocuted and blown up. In the good ending,
But if it's a Sleepy Hollow back then, they can't be doing that stuff. They don't got the power.
no. But you did say it was funnier if it's later on. So,
That's true.
but but the headless horseman does not have that kind of power. Now, you've seen the alternate ending, right? Yeah,
It's been a while, but yeah.
Audrey 2 gets huge. Now, actually, fun fact, Eden. Um, so I was trying to introduce my girlfriend to Little Shop of Horrors because she likes musicals, and that's my favorite musical, but it's also like a horror movie, so it's like kind of best of both worlds,
Yeah.
and it's a good way to like introduce someone to that. Now, I recently had bought a Blu-ray of it and had opened it for the first time for this viewing, and it has the director's cut and the theatrical cut. Now, I was not exactly remembering what that meant. I was just like, "Oh, director's cut. Well, yeah, I want, I want one, maybe it's longer, maybe it has like an extra song or something in it. I did not know that director cut actually did have the bad ending where Audrey 2 wins and the heroes both die in the end. So that was her first experience watching the movie with the sad ending and the really long, awesome sequence of plants destroying the entire world and a really bleak future instead of the usual one where like they actually end up together and like it's just like, oh, Audrey 2's planted in the garden. So that was the introductory experience to Little Shop of Horrors, was the one with the horrible with the bad ending.
You're like, wait, I promise you, it's not. Don't just erase that from your memory.
Yeah, because something was wrong. Like once we got to like the ending like segment, and he starts like, and Seymour actually starts feeding Audrey into the plant. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't remember this happening at all. And I'm like, oh shit, it's the other one.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
This is the alternate ending. Like, no, I swear, the movie isn't supposed to end like this for you. This is something you're supposed to discover afterwards and think it's cool, because it's the superior ending scene,
Oh yeah.
because the effects are amazing. But it's not the ending that you should watch the first time watching it, and I'm trying to get you into it. But Little Shop of Horrors, if you haven't watched it, watch that. It's a musical where every song is good. Because usually musicals have that like one song in the middle where it's like, I'll fast forward this one.
Not in that one though. That
Yeah,
one's
like
all
like
like,
in Willy Wonka, there's that one song that the mom sings like in the beginning, and it's like I'll just skip through that one.
oh, yeah, nope, not good. Don't like that one. I'm just like, no, thank you, no.
Yeah, we'll just skip. But really good, very funny movie as well. That's a very good one. And then um Tim Burton's Sleepy Hollow is a very underrated movie as well.
Agreed. It also has a lot of people from the Harry Potter universe in it.
Yep, lots of deaths. Oh yeah, Alan Rickman is in that, isn't he?
He's
I
in
completely,
it.
or am I mixing that up with Sweeney Todd because he's
Oh
in
no,
Sweeney
that
Todd?
one's Sweeney Todd. It's there. There are a few. I literally just watched it the other day too. But yeah, there's like because it's like you can factor in Johnny Depp's in the new Fantastic Beasts and all
And others.
that and others.
But no, very underrated movie and very. I remember that scaring the hell out of me when I was younger too.
Oh,
That witch in the
oh,
woods used to scare me.
Uncle Vernon is in it.
Ah, yes. Rest in peace,
Yes.
because he's also dead.
I know that one. It's dark and it's very underrated.
I think it's Tim Burton's only like straight up horror movie.
Yeah.
Mars Attacks is a comedy. Oh, well, that does it, I think, for this recording session. So I'm going to be splitting this up and uploading it sporadically throughout October. And as far as my other recording sessions go, well, then it might be in order, it might be split up. I have no idea how it's going to be uploaded, but it's going to be uploaded.
It's a
Um,
mystery for October.
yep, it's a mystery to everyone, even me, because I don't exactly know. But the first part of this will be up on Tuesday. Um, but again, I've been Joseph. This has been Impossible versus Matches. I've been joined by my good friend Eden. Eden, thank you for coming on the show.
Yes, thank you for having me. It was fun.
Now, where can people find you if they want to? If
Um, I mean, my personal Instagrams and stuff aren't fun, but I do have a Twitter corner theme and an Instagram theme park corner where I upload things from theme parks, fun activities. We had podcasts, but it kind of slowed down now because of things that were happening, so we couldn't go to as many places.
Mhm.
But yeah, I do just post things from different trips that we've taken from theme parks, and right now, just a lot of spooky stuff for Halloween.
All right, and those links will be in the description below. But thank you for listening. Again, Eden, thank you very much for being on the show. It's been fun.
Yes, thank you. My face hurts from laughing so much.
We had a lot of very funny ones in this. You got you got really screwed with a lot of those matchups.
That's what I mean. It's called impossible. We've
Yep,
worked our way around it though.
that's right. And these were certainly impossible. Um, Happy Halloween to those listening.
Yes.
And you know what? Let's close out with one thing. Eden, I would like you to recommend one horror movie for the listeners out there that we have not talked about today.
Oh. Oh. I mean, okay, it's not technically horror, but just in the same trilogy of just being absurdity, and it has like a sci-fi monstery kind of thing. The World's End is one of my favorites.
Ooh, the Simon Pegg one, right?
Yes. It's got like, body snatching,
Mm-hmm.
voices coming from the sky.
Great editing if you care about that.
Yes. I mean, Edgar Wright is awesome, so.
That's a really good one. Super coincidence it came out the same year as This Is the End,
Oh, yes.
which is another apocalypse movie, but it's like Seth Rogen and Jonah Hill and stuff, which is hilarious, by the way.
So they're both good ones that you could put on.
But yes, The World's End, I'd say it's a horror comedy.
Yeah.
In there. Little bit of sci-fi, very funny. And that is Eden's recommendation. And anything else I've mentioned, yeah, watch those. But we've mentioned it already, but again, I'm going to recommend Trick or Treat this Halloween if you haven't seen it, because I cannot recommend that Halloween movie enough.
It's a good one. But underrated.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, catch us next time on another episode, maybe another Halloween episode, maybe something else. But I'm sure Eden will come back on the show at some point.
Oh, yes. I'll be here.